What did you get today?
My driver's license.
Were you also allowed to register to vote?
Yes, because of the Motor Voter Law of 1993. This law is also known as the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, and it allows people to register to vote when they apply for their driver's license.
The congressional number for this law was the 103rd and 104th Congress. The bill was signed by Bill Clinton on May 20th, 1993, and it took effect on January 1st, 1995.
The main sponsor of the bill was Representative Al Swift of the House. The sponsors from the House include W.J. Tucson, Nick J. Rahal, Jacob B. Brooks, Andrew Jacobs Jr., and Dan Rotenskowski.
The sponsors in the Senate are Wendell H. Ford, J. James Exxon, Max Baucus, Peter Domenici, and Edward H. Kennedy.
The bill was originally introduced in the House, and the committees to work on it were the House Administration in the House and the Rules Administration in the Senate.
There were no major changes made to this bill. The Motor Voter Law passed the House on February 4th, 1993, and it passed the Senate on March 17th, 1993.
The Motor Voter Law was reported by the Joint Conference Committee on April 28, 1993.
The Motor Voter Law was agreed on by the House on May 5th, 1993, and it was agreed on by the Senate on May 11th, 1993.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Many people believe that the Motor Voter Law would increase voter turnout because it allowed people to register to vote when they apply for their driver's license. This could get less steps in between registering to vote, which could increase then the voter turnout rate.
Many people didn't want to register to vote because they either didn't have the time, they didn't think their vote would matter, or they were just too lazy to go up and get registered. As described in Section 2, the Act has 4 purposes. Number 1, to increase voter participation.
Another purpose was to increase the amount of registered voters.
It was also used to increase election integrity.
Another one of its purposes was to make sure that states maintain accurate voting rolls.
Since states have unified their voter registration systems for state and federal elections, the provisions apply to both state and federal elections. Bill Clinton agreed with this law because it helped get women, minorities, the disabled, and the young to be able to participate fully in our democracy.
Bill Clinton had a national signing ceremony in which he signed the Motor Voter Law, which made it a real law, and he also talked about what he thought of the law and its positive outcomes that would come of it.
A negative effect of the Motor Voter Law is that it increases voter fraud. A positive effect of the Motor Voter Law is that it removes barriers of voting created 100 years ago.
Hey, where are you going?
Get my driver's license and register to vote so I can vote in the next election.
The Motor Voter Law makes it easy for me to register to vote right when I get my driver's license.
Are you going to be voting in the next election?
I will be, because recently I got my driver's license, and because of the Motor Voter Law, I got to register to vote as well. I used to not be registered, but now because of the Motor Voter Law, I am registered and I will be able to vote in the next election. Because of the Motor Voter Law, many people are able to register to vote really quickly and easier. And because of that, there's not many barriers that get in the way. Because before the Motor Voter Law, people had to sign lots of paperwork, had to mail it in. It was very time consuming, and not a lot of people had time to do that with their busy workday schedules and such. So, but with the Motor Voter Law, you can, when you apply for your driver's license, you can just fill out a little piece of paper right there on the spot, and then you're able to register to vote. And this made it so that the voter turnout rate was higher because more people registered to vote, unlike before.